there, this is Crystal, and today I'm sharing another spread in my 2019 Project Life album. It's a 6x9 album, so I have a few pages here. These are all from January. This is the last of January. I'll finally be done with January if I can finish these up. So it's a bit more than usual, a bit longer of a spread. I guess it's actually two spreads. But I just want to get January done, so I'm just going to try and finish it all, and hopefully this video won't get too long. So what I'm documenting here is this page is a night where my band played at a local brewery, and it's just me and the band and a friend. This is some KonMariing we were doing around the house. The next one is of Jesse and a business trip to Boston, and then the rest is just kind of other things that were happening towards the end of the month, just us hanging out at home, so just a few small stories there. So I'm gonna try, like I said, to get it all done all at once, and I'm using my Hip Kit Club kits. I have the April kit at hand, and I do have the other kits nearby in case I need to pull some things from those as well, but I'm going to start with the April kits, including the project or the Pocket Life kit and the main kit and the embellishment kit as well. So I'm going to put you on fast forward and get started. So I have been absolutely dying to use these 2x2 pads. They are from Horizon, which is a Paige Evans collection for Pink Paisley. And I knew I had to use them in a 2x2 pocket page in my Project Life album. So that is where I'm starting. I'm just flipping through the one with phrases first, just to see if there are any there that work with the stories that I'm telling on this page. I know what's on the back side, so I'm also pulling out some that I think will work for that. Keeping in mind color and balance and obviously appropriateness for the story. Then I started going through the solids one, the pattern paper one, next, and so I found the one from the phrases one. It says simple things, and then I'm kind of using that as the basis for the colors on this page. But really, it's just all of the colors in the Horizon collection. That's what I'm going for. It's going to be a pretty colorful spread. So once I have those picked out, I went to the Pocket Life kit, and I am looking for a card. I have one spot for a filler card, or journaling. I don't have much to say about this. It was just a regular weekend gig. So I'm not going to write a whole lot, but there is a little bit of space on this card for a couple lines of journaling, and I liked the way that it worked with the colors on the other side of the page. There was also a little 2x2 card with this heart on it that says love you, and I know that there are other hearts in other parts of the kit, but none of them say love you, and I thought was a really good embellishment to add to this photo of my friend and I. So I just cut it out of the white background, and I'm going to use it as an embellishment. For my title for this side of the page, I'm adding the words or the word KonMariing, which is probably not a real word, but that's what I kept calling it while we were sorting through all of our junk. So that's what I'm putting on the page because, yeah, that's just what I want to call it, I guess. So we went through a bunch of stuff that's just been sitting around our house for way too long, and decided to try and get rid of some of it. Some of it was just junk, and some of it we thought we could probably sell. But I took pictures of a few things just for fun, just to make this page. So on that filler card on the left side, I'm kind of bouncing back and forth a lot on this spread, but I wanted to add a title from these puffy stickers. I love these puffy stickers. You probably have heard me say it lots on my channel, but I can't say it enough. I love them so much. They're so beautiful, and they're so perfect for really everything I've created with this kit. So there was one that said weekend. So I added that to the top of the white space on that journal card, and then I'm going to add the word gig underneath it in the tiny little puffy stickers, which I also love. I'm a huge fan of those tiny puffy stickers. I have hoarded them from all kinds of companies, and these compete with all the rest of them. They're just as good. I love them, and navy is my favorite color right now. So yeah, I was super happy to find out those were in the kit. Okay, so still doing some embellishing. I'm adding some more puffy stickers to the right hand side of the spread. I am also going to look through the rest of the embellishments that were in the kit just to see if there's anything else I want to add. I looked through the sticker sheet from Dear Lizzie. It's All Good collection, and I don't think I find anything there. The only other thing I'm going to add is some of the Chamel enamel dots, but I think I do that after I add my journaling. So I'm going to go away here in a second and type up my journaling just on some scrap cardstock. And I have a We Are Memory Keepers typecast typewriter that I use to type my journaling, and then I'm just going to cut it into strips and adhere it to all of those colorful squares on the right hand side of the page. So you can see me erasing right now. I actually drew lines on either side of the 2-inch mark on this piece of cardstock just so I could keep my journaling within that 2-inch border, so I knew it would fit on these little cards. So I just wrapped things around to the next line if there wasn't space within that 2 inches. It made for some really tiny little journaling strips. So I'm just using my Fiskars guillotine trimmer to cut those into tiny, tiny strips. I find that that's the best thing. It works the best for getting these really, really thin strips of journaling. So I laid them back out the way that they were originally, and now I'm just going to trim down the sides with my scissors, and then I'm going to end up adhering them with a glue pen. I have a EK Success, I think, glue pen. I used to have the Martha Stewart one, but I'm pretty sure it was made by EK Success. It seems really similar to me anyway. So that's what I have now, and it's the perfect thing for adhering these tiny, tiny word strips. I find that if I try and use a tape runner, it just gets all over the place, and liquid glue is just a little bit more messy than the glue pen. So that is what I typically use to adhere my journaling. Once I get all of that adhered, then I'll do some final embellishing before I flip over to the other side. And I finally remembered to get out my tweezers to help me do this. I usually make such a mess and get the glue all over my fingers every time, but I've had these tweezers. I bought them a while ago for this purpose and for aligning those tiny little alphas as well, but I just forget about it. I leave it in my drawer and I don't even remember that it's there, but I did remember this time, and so I got it out, and that makes adding these tiny strips a lot easier and a lot less messy. I don't get nearly as much glue all over my fingers this way. So you may have seen that I just trimmed one of the strips in half. It was just a little bit too long to fit on this card, so I just cut out one of the words that wasn't really necessary to the journaling and kind of pieced it together without that word so that it would fit. So once everything is glued down, I can do my final embellishing before I flip it over and finish the other side. And I'm going to come back later and fill in the journaling and end up adding a date stamp as well to that title card on the left-hand side. But you'll see that in the close-up pictures at the end. Okay, so it's time to move on to the other side of the spread, and like I said before, I had some of those cards already pulled out that I thought I might want to use, but I didn't really have enough, and I wasn't real happy with all of them that I had chosen in the beginning, so I'm going to go back to these little pads and find some other ones to use. I think I'm sticking mostly with the blues, and then I think I use a couple of more colorful ones in kind of pinks and rainbow tones to go with them. I thought I was going to use that kind of ombre peachy pink one, but I don't end up keeping that on the spread. I just thought it clashed a little bit with the other cards and with the photos, so I choose this one with the suitcases instead, which is perfect since it was a business trip. He was away in Boston, that is. And I'm just moving things around to try and get a good balance. I had a hard time making this page really work the way I wanted it to. So I'm also going to pick out the cards for the other side. I have that little 2x2 card that says Wild and Free. I want to add that to make a filler card on this side. And now I'm just looking for some other things to put behind the two top photos. So I have that polka dot card that's going to go behind my coffee photo. And then I'm going to cut down this 4x6 card to work in a 3x4 pocket. So I wanted the colors, but I didn't really want the numbers on the side, so I'm using the other half of that card, and the other half can go into my stash and it can be used like a 3x4 card. And now I'm pulling out the die cuts from the Horizon collection. These were part of the kits this month, and I'm just looking for things that work with the colors that I have going on so far, and also with the theme. So this is a travel themed collection, so there should be plenty here that will work with especially the left side of the spread, the 2x2 pockets where Jessie was traveling. So just finding a few things. I found a globe and a little suitcase. There was a pink one as well, but I really liked the addition of the yellow, so I'm going to use that one instead. And then I also found a little heart for my coffee photo, and then a little flag or banner that says "Away We Go" as well. I'm also looking at the chipboard, but I don't think I find anything on this set to use. It was a bit bigger than the die cut pieces, so they didn't really fit very well, but I did find something on the sticker sheet. So this is the Dear Lizzie It's All Good sticker sheet that was, I think, in the embellishment kit. There were these little tickets. There was a green one and a blue one, so I'm going to take the blue one and add it to that die cut that says Adventure Awaits, and I've overlapped the two 2x2 squares, and what I'm going to end up doing is adhering the ticket to the squares, and then I'm going to put that Adventure Awaits sticker on the outside of the pocket, so it will go across the two and the ticket will be broken in half between the two. Hope that makes sense. So I'm back to this puffy sticker sheet again because I cannot get enough of it. I am at this point almost out, like they're almost gone, and I am really sad about it. I kind of want another one because I just love them so much, and they've ended up being so useful and so perfect for really, like I said, everything I've created this month. So I added one to my coffee photo. That one says Real Life. And then another one to the photo of our dinner one night that says So Good. And then I'm adding one to the bottom of this filler card. That 2x2 card says Wild and Free. And then the little orange puffy sticker I added says Love You. And now I'm going to add a title to the left-hand side of the spread using those same tiny puffy alphas. And I'm just putting Boston. So the top of the card says Travel, and I'm just adding Boston, and then I'm going to date stamp below it, just denoting the dates that he was in Boston. And I'm using my Thickers alignment tool for one thing to get it straight, and for another to make sure that it fit on this card, and it barely fits. I had to trim off the tiniest little bit of the N to get it to work, but it's fine. It doesn't bother me that it's trimmed off a little bit, and I was happy to be able to fit that word on the card any way I could. So I'm just adhering some of the things down. I did add a little puffy heart as well to the Get Your Happy On card on the left-hand side. I think I'm just pulling things out of the pocket. I hadn't done that before, so all the photos were still inside the pockets, and I needed them out to be able to add embellishments to them. So I'm just pulling everything out, and that way I can finish off the spread. I think I'm about to add some journaling here in a minute. Still just getting everything out and adding all the embellishments, gluing them all down, and getting them where I want them. I've come back to this sticker sheet again to see if there's anything else I can add, and I find a little blue sticker that says World Traveler, so I add that to the selfie of Jessie that he took from his hotel room. And again with the puffy stickers, because I'm sure there's something else I can add. I don't think I do at this point though. I think I end up going back to the Dear Lizzie sticker sheet, and I find one more little phrase sticker on the back to add to right there, to the little yellow suitcase on that little card. And I think that's just about going to do it. I'm going to go away and do my journaling here in a second. Oh, I needed to date stamp first. So I think I do my journaling off camera, actually. So you'll see that in the close-ups, which are coming up. There's lots to see. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it inspirational. And if you did like it, I do appreciate a thumbs up. That just lets me know that you like what I'm doing and that I should do more of it. And if you haven't already subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button below. I will link to all of the kits that I've used here in this spread in the description box below, so be sure to go check those out. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all back here very soon.